We've come into Big Bell to have a look at the old historic township. Behind the sign, it's a beautiful old Art Deco hotel. It's in a state of ruin now, but we'll go inside a bit later on and have a look, and have a look around the town side as well. Well, that's the security system. Obviously it's fallen apart, the fence, so you can go in and have a closer look. Just a wreck, of course, steel beam, you can see from the support for the upper story. A large cellar full of the floorboards and so on. And the supports for the hallway upstairs. And one of the inner lounges with a beautiful, what would have been no doubt a beautiful old fireplace in its day.
Might have been the dining room. I think this might be the lounge. Oh, actually,
yeah,
the dining area.
Could be.
Fireplace too. Oh, look at that! Bye bye, Big Bell.
That last night.
Just come through here though.
Well, that's where the staircase used to go up to the second story, as you can see. Yeah, probably the kitchen's out the back, the hallway, and the rooms, no doubt we're probably standing in what used to be 2 rooms. All the tiles have come off the wall, but you can see where they were attached by the cement, and the imprint on the cement says Bristile. You can see 1 or 2 of the clay tiles are still intact on the wall. You can see in the distance the overburden that's been ripped off and stored there. There's still an operating mine here. History of one of the families who lived here, the Houston family, and their address was 60 Pitt Street in Big Bell. Some of the old rusted leftovers here. All the coil of pipes, could have been a heat exchange of some sort, maybe for a hot water system, and that may have been the base of the boiler in the distance. Cellar of some sort, only a small one. I'm not sure what that's for. Could have been part of the drainage, or I said that the mine is still operating. And here's one of the ore trucks carrying well, this is Walgana, or Walga Rock. There are some Aboriginal paintings here, and this is on the Kew to Yalgoo Road. Great sort of eroded section there, and you'll see some of the artwork inside that. Pretty impressive rock, this one. It's a pretty impressive rock, I tell you. 150 feet high up there. And there's some of the Aboriginal art on the rock face, that big blowout that we could see from further back. An interesting one is this one here. There's a picture of a sailing ship with sails. And they've apparently dated that, and it's quite old. Yeah, the Wilgie Mia ochre mine. Well, it's a fair way away. It's sort of probably over 100 k's.
Maybe there's other sources around somewhere.
Yeah, you get a slightly better exposure in the... Yeah.
Here we are on the other side of Wollongong. See a little bit of shine there. We are just doing a sweep around the rock as we come around. It's amazing how you've just got these big boulders perched there and they don't even roll. Just whoops, bumpy road there. We'll go
Still
and
attached
see.
to the side.
Yeah, we'll just go and see if there's any rock art in there because there was certainly plenty around the other side.
We found a nice shady spot to have some lunch. Jen's gone for a walk up on the rocks. And that was the view from our kitchen table while we had lunch. There were a couple of roos right up on top, hopping across the top as well. Well, the gullies and the rocks, you can imagine what it'd be like in a decent rainstorm. Oh, there's someone coming down on top of the rock. From on top. Obviously a layered sort of rock. Some of it's cracked and fallen away. And you can see the rubble at the base of the rock there.
I should throw him in.
You what? Yeah, well, this is the creek. I'm not sure this is the Junga Pool. It looks a bit different to what I remember, but maybe it is. I don't know. This is more of a river. This is more of a river. Well, this is probably the eastern end of, or the southern end of Junga Pool. It looks to be about 1.5 kilometres long. A few ducks on the water. I'm just taking off. Yeah, there's a fair bit of water in it. And you'll come up to the end of the pool there. So clearly it just a low part of the riverbed where the water gathers on rock. Well, this is Lake Nullan. Pretty much we're on the other side of it. The other side of the lake is close to the highway. You can see the getting late in the afternoon, but quite a nice amount of water in the lake, and there's a few people in their caravans camped around. Well, this is a sign that says is Millie Soak, which is one of the suppliers of fresh water for Kew in when the town was first set up. And this is the soak here. It's It's framed now by some white-anted poles and posts. So the post on the right-hand corner there is virtually all mud from the white ants, the termites.